Katherine Wells, founder and CEO of Serenity Engage, a Denver startup. Welcome on the Business Brief.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Colorado's senior care industry has been put under the microscope with COVID outbreaks and visitation restrictions. And now, with the over 65 population expected to grow by 77% by 2030 in Colorado, the numbers suggest there will be increasing amounts of older adults in need of additional care and support. Katherine, you and the team at Serenity Engage are using innovation to meet the needs of families with members in senior care. This is something we should all care about. How's it going? And what are you seeing in Colorado's senior care landscape?
It's going really well. We see a lot of collaboration in the landscape here in Colorado around senior care. We have some very forward thinkers in this industry. And we're also very fortunate to be a Denver startup and be in an extremely supportive startup ecosystem here. There are just the fabulous resources, support, cheerleaders, everything that you need as an entrepreneur to keep going during the hard times. And COVID has presented hard times for everybody, even and especially in senior care. When I look at across the Colorado landscape and think about what the teams here are doing, there are people in this industry who don't always get credit. So healthcare workers get a lot of the healthcare heroes. We don't see a lot of the shout outs for the people who are caring for our loved ones in assisted living and in memory care and skilled nursing communities. And I really want to give a huge shout out to them because I witnessed many of them spending their holidays during COVID with our loved ones instead of their own families, because they know that the loneliness and isolation is having such a big impact on the mortality rate of the people in those facilities. So while COVID is definitely having an impact, so is the loneliness and isolation. And they work tirelessly to mitigate that for the people that we love and that we can't go see right now. So I see a lot of forward thinkers in this industry really coming together. And I think we can talk a little bit more about that later, but there are some organizations that are beginning to come together and really collaborate and get out of the silos that we've all been in. Like many industries, and healthcare is well known for their silos. We're working together to create bridges across the silos of communication between all the different things that happen in the senior care journey.
I think you're spot on, Katherine. The age of collaboration is upon us, and it is so critically important across so many different sectors of society. And I can't wait to hear more about that later on in the segment. However, let's shift to the reality that some data indicates the sandwich generation. That's the group of middle-aged adults who care for both their aging parents and their own children are struggling, with 32% having made financial sacrifices and 28% having made career sacrifices. This has all types of implications for employment and productivity. How does innovation in this space help solve for this?
Yeah, so first let's really put a spotlight on that number. That's almost a third of people who have aging parents and that are considered the sandwich generation. And also let's look a little bit about what sandwich generation means. It's often someone who's caring for older adults, but also has children at home, also has a full-time, often demanding job, has their own life, other commitments in their life. So it's a lot of pressure to put on someone. And then you add in that a third of them are making career and financial choices that impact them, that they do lovingly because it's their parents, but it still creates a hardship. So innovation is solving that. And there are a lot of amazing startups in Colorado that are working to help solve some of these problems. So I'm very fortunate just to be among them. The idea that innovation can help solve starts with communication. I think everything starts with communication. How can we create communication so that we have some peace of mind for those family members, so that they know and they have Serenity Engage in particular is giving a direct line of communication with the care staff at the communities and the family members. And what that does is it allows the family members to message in a HIPAA compliant way in a private group channel very quickly and easily anytime something occurs to them that's bothering them or that they have a question about. And it avoids all the phone calls and going to voicemail and voicemail tag and then email tag. And I don't know who, if they got my voicemail because I haven't heard back from them because they're busy. It just allows you to message and ask questions. Like I used to ask questions: how's my dad's Depend supply? Do I need to order more? They're not fun things that you want to talk about, but then we sometimes get fun things back. We get family gets a photo of mom maybe bowling down the hallway, playing a little game of bowling. Or my mom actually was in memory care and she was nonverbal, and I couldn't call and ask how she was doing. So when I got a photo of, I couldn't call her and get her on the phone. I could speak with the staff, but even that was a little hard to get them sometimes. But when I would get a photo of her maybe sitting at the piano playing, and she was not musical, it just warmed my heart because I knew that my mom was kind of going to a place where she must have had a good memory sitting at the piano when she was a child. And that just brightened my whole day and allowed me the space to go back to work and be productive and
Yeah,
not have this overhang of, I wonder how my mom's doing.
absolutely. So one thing I love about innovation, at least what I hope comes from innovation, is the ability or capability to simplify our lives, because we have so many things, so many concerns,
Yeah.
so many issues that we're constantly trying to address as adults, as parents, as children. So I love what Serenity Engage is doing, because it's innovative in the communication space, but it ultimately is helping to simplify people's lives. So wonderful to hear that, Katherine. Now, lastly, you and Serenity Engage are working to put Colorado on the map as a leader in aging and aging technology. Alongside three other organizations, you're creating a collaborative conference this fall. What are you hoping to achieve?
Collaboration across silos. And it's very widely spoken about in the industry that we know we have silos and we want to bridge the silos. We really want to create collaboration. I come from a systems theory background where every system is perfectly designed to get the results it gets. And we're not getting good results today. And that includes, in another area Serenity helps from the business side, is that includes staff communication and streamlined communication across all the various providers who provide care for our loved ones. So being able to see another person's perspective and understand their pains and their objectives allows us to create real and lasting solutions. And the only way we can do that is to get all those different perspectives to sit at the same table and have a conversation and really begin to work together to create solutions. And again, that goes back to understanding the perspective of perhaps a placement agent to a doctor who rounds to the director of wellness at a community who's managing 172 residents. So understanding that what their world looks like and what pains they're having and what their objective is and matching that with the other two, we're able to bring all of this together. And those are just some of the many examples across the care continuum.
Katherine Wells with Serenity Engage, thanks for joining us on the Business Brief. We wish you, the team, and all of those that you're supporting the very best.
My pleasure. Thank you, Ryan.